Hey guys, I hope everyone is having a great week, that you are happy and healthy and living the most fulfilled life possible. In a previous video, we introduced you to some ducklings that we had just purchased. At the time, they were less than a week old. They have now tripled in size, and so has their personalities. So let's talk about that today. Are ducks right for your farm, or homestead, or backyard? Let's dive in. Now, as I mentioned earlier, these are Peking Ducks. This wasn't my first choice, if I'm being honest. I originally wanted the chocolate runner duck or the Muscovy duck. Both of those ducks require very little water, and they lay huge eggs. But the more I get to know these guys, the more I like them. The average lifespan of a Peking duck is 10 to 12 years. So if you're planning on getting these ducks, plan on having them for a while. The male is known as the drake, and the female is known as the hen. So these hens at adulthood will start laying eggs around 36 to 38 weeks. And if you have a drake, then obviously those eggs will be fertilized. Now, the ducks don't go broody or broody, however you pronounce it. They don't go broody very often like laying hens do. So if you're looking to reproduce more ducks for your farm, you're probably going to want to use an incubator or throw those fertile eggs under a laying hen, and that will work just as well. Unfortunately, the area that we live in, we can't possibly let these little guys free range. There are too many predators out here. So we have them a pen. Now, a common misconception is that they require a pond to swim in. And the truth is, they don't really need to swim. They love to swim. They really enjoy it. But it isn't a requirement. The only thing they need is enough water to be able to submerge their head underneath. The reason they do this is because their bills get very dusty and dry. So this is their way of cleaning those sinuses, the bills, out. Okay, so let's talk nutrition. The Peking duck does very well in any environment, in the wild or in your backyard. They are natural foragers, so they're constantly looking for bugs and leaves and different grasses or flowers. They love moss and algae. They will skim the top of the water to find whatever they can. However, if you're raising these ducks for eggs, then it's important to give them a very nutritional feed. We are using a 16% layered pellet mixed with a little cracked corn. And of course, these guys get lots of snacks. Speaking of snacks, I read earlier that Peking ducks love blueberries. Let's give it a try. There's two ways you can tell a drake from a hen. The first way is vocalization. The drake has a very soft quack, almost a grunt. the hen will be very vocal and have a very loud quack. The second way to distinguish the two, and it's not quite time with these little guys, but if you look at the end of their tail, the male duck, the drake, will have one single curly tail feather. It's known as a drake feather. Now they're very disproportionate in size, which is one of the things that's so lovable in my opinion. They have a very normal body, yet their feet are huge right now. They have a very broad chest and a long neck, and then you can see how big the bill is. So while all of that stuff is super big, the wings are these little tiny wings that doesn't even seem like they match their body. That's just the cutest to me. I mentioned just a few minutes ago that these ducks begin to lay eggs at 36 weeks. Totally wrong. I don't know what I was thinking. They start laying eggs around 26 weeks, 26 to 28 weeks. Rather than go back and edit that entire shot, I just figured that I would correct it here. So, my apologies. Once they begin to lay eggs, the incubation period for the Peking duck eggs is 28 days. So keep that in mind. The Peking duck is very popular because of their calm disposition. Now they can be a little timid at first, but they usually settle in pretty quickly. Another important note is that the Peking duck has a very strong immune system and can easily tolerate different climates. So if you're here and you've already subscribed, thank you so much. We appreciate your loyalty. And in return, we will try to always give you good quality videos with a little education and hopefully some inspiration. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then go over and smash that notification bell to receive new content notification. As always, we consider you friends and we appreciate the time we spend with you. See you next time.